Welcome back to Female Season, the podcast where we embrace growth, confidence, and the journey of becoming our best selves together. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Female Season podcast. This is your host, Ari Bryant, and today we're talking about introverted, but not really, embracing your social duality. So let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like you're not really introverted, but you're not extroverted either? Like, you can be a life of the party with your people, but then at work or around strangers, you shut down a little bit. You're reserved. You don't really talk. Yeah. So if you can, resonate with that, so can I. This week, we're unpacking that weird in-between space of being socially dual. Because yes, it's a real thing, and how it's completely okay if your energy shifts depending on the space you're in. But let's talk about it. So I used to think that I was shy or maybe awkward, but then I realized I'm not really either of those things. When I'm around my loved ones, my energy is crazy. It's so different. I'm talkative, expressive, playful, like having fun, just having the time of my life. And I'm not feeling there's no reason for me to feel like I need to hide who I am. But when I'm in unfamiliar spaces, especially like professional ones, like work or networking events, I'm quiet, observant, reserved, like to myself. And I used to wonder, like, why am I like this? But now I know it's because I just don't feel fully safe. Not unsafe in a dangerous way, but now I know it's because I just don't feel fully safe. Not in a safe like in a dangerous way, but emotionally. So I need to feel people out. I need to observe the energy in the room before I let mine all the way out. And that's not a flaw. It's just a form of wisdom. That's how I like to call it. So let's kind of dig a little bit deeper into this. So for one, let's normalize this. You're allowed to be introverted at work and extroverted at brunch with the girls. It's okay. Because it's times where I will get mad at myself, like, why can't I be like more extroverted in all environments? And when I tell you I try so hard, like I try to fit in sometimes or say things to kind of get the conversation going a little bit more, but it just does not work. It ends up being awkward or just like, oh, like, get me out of here. And it's kind of tough because sometimes you don't care, you just like whatever, but it's times where I just be like, I care because like I want to be more social in every space, but it just does not work out like that for me. I think that when you're going back and forth between being introverted or being extroverted, it doesn't mean you're fake. It means that you just honor your energy differently in different environments. A lot of us kind of grew up being told to be more outgoing, speak up more, smile more. But what if your silence isn't a weakness? What if it's just discernment? Or what if you're simply protecting your peace until you feel the space deserves it? Being observant doesn't mean you lack confidence. It just means you're intentional. You take your time. You don't give everyone instant access to the real you. And I think that's powerful. That is what I came to terms with. I didn't understand it, but I feel like it was me building a wall up to protect myself. Because sometimes when you let people that you don't really know in, and they're able to see different layers of you, or they're able to see your true authentic self, a lot of times it can backfire and you somewhat regret it, or at least I have regretted it in the past. So that's why I may appear to be shy or reserved, or people may use the term stuck up and things like that. That's not me at all. Like, that's the opposite of who I am. I'm really a good time. Like, to be honest with you, if I'm close to you or you really know who I am, you'll have a lot of fun around me. That's just the type of person I am. I like to have fun. I like for everyone else to have fun as well. But it's like sometimes I feel so misunderstood because people think they know you. They think they made up their mind about who you really are by just you not jumping in and being their bestie immediately. Like, they feel some way because you kind of put some distance between you and that person to kind of understand their real intentions or to really figure out what type of person they are. So I'm just here to tell you that it is okay, because it's really you just protecting your energy differently in different spaces. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Let me be real. There are times at work where I wish I could be more outgoing, as I mentioned. Sometimes I feel like, dang, I just wish I can talk more, or I should go to that lunch just to be seen, or, I should be more known. But the truth is, I'm just not built that way. Not all the time, and that's okay. You don't have to be the loudest voice in the room to be respected. You don't have to be super social to be successful. And you can be powerful and quiet, soft and strong, friendly but reserved. And that's what I'm trying to be, because I feel like me trying to be this super social person immediately when I barely know someone is not me. It's not who I am. So I feel like I'm a person that could be friendly but reserved. And like I said, powerful and quiet. And the quiet part, yeah, that can change really quickly. So like I said, I'm working on myself. Like I said, we're working on things together. This is not a podcast where it's just, hey, you go, do this. It's not advice. It's us working on ourselves together. So I feel like, it's nothing wrong with creating those boundaries. And it's really just about honoring who you are without feeling guilty. So what do you do with this? I think you should embrace it. You should start noticing how your energy shifts and why. And just ask yourself, do I feel safe in this space? Do I feel seen? Do I feel like I have to perform to be accepted? Because sometimes when we see people who are super social, that's really not who they are. You see them down the street, they're a whole different person. So sometimes seeing this person is like a social butterfly or just over the top and like everybody knows who they are and stuff, that might not be who they truly are. That is who they are being in that space. So just give yourself permission to observe, to be still, to warm up at your own pace. And if you want to stretch yourself socially, that's okay too. Start small, join the conversation when you feel like you're ready, add value in the way that feels authentic to you. The goal is really not to force a personality that doesn't belong to you. The goal is for you to move in alignment. I want you to write this down, or just, take some time and kind of just work through these questions. Where do you feel most like yourself and why? When do you dim your light and when do you let it shine? How can you show up without forcing anything? Because you'll learn a lot by just asking yourself those questions. I'm going to answer them myself. First one, where do I feel most like myself and why? I feel most like myself around people who are very close to me, like my family and my very, very close friends or loved ones. And at home, I just feel like I can be myself. I don't have to fake it. And it's crazy because a lot of us have to be this other person for work. And that's a whole nother podcast episode. But yeah, I just feel myself when I'm around people who truly know me, know the real me, and don't judge me for being who I am. When do I dim my light? That one's tricky, but I do definitely let it shine a little bit when it's deserved. If it's something I've been working hard for, or something I've accomplished that I've always wanted, like a really, really good, like a goal that I've had for a while, then I'm gonna let let it shine a little bit. As far as dimming my light, I actually been working on that, but I could be better. A lot of times I don't accept recognition to a certain extent. Like, it feels awkward for me sometimes, and that's a whole another podcast episode probably. But the other question is, how can I show up without forcing anything? I guess the first step is just for me to show up, because typically if I'm invited to something, I would shut it down immediately, or I would just say, I don't want to go, it's not my cup of tea, or But I've been pushing myself to attend more events and be more social. Even if I go and I speak or smile at one person, I've accomplished something, because before I wouldn't even show up. So that's how I can kind of show up without forcing anything, and leave when I want to leave. Like me trying to stay the whole time, now that's forcing it. So even if I stay for a little bit, I know that I tried, and that I'm, pushing myself out there, to be more open. My final words for this is, you're not broken, you're not too quiet, you're not too much. You're allowed to exist in both energies. You're allowed to protect your peace until you feel safe to open up. And when you do feel safe, that version of you, which is open, joyful, expressive, however, that's real too. So don't box yourself in. You're multifaceted. Let both sides of you live. If this episode resonated with you, please share it with a friend. Always visit us at femaleseason.com. Please join our private Facebook group. It is on Facebook, Female Season. Definitely check us out there. And I cannot wait to talk to you guys next week. Bye.